boys, welcome back to the channel, and it is the time you've all been waiting for, the full review of every single MLS shirt that's coming out for the 2026 season. Good thing is that some of the shirts are used in last season, so I've got a selection on my reel that we can run through, some of them home, some of them away, and we'll go through all of the shirts, see what they are, give them a score out of 10. Remember, we try and avoid a 7 because that's kind of like a bit of a is it good, is it bad? I think I want to make sure that we get the fine line between those shirts up in the top tier and those down in the bottom. So let's rattle through them and start off first of all with Atlanta United. Now, they've carried over their shirt from last season. I haven't got it. Standard kind of Adidas template with the red and the black, bit of gold in there for the third accent colour. It's nothing to write home about for me, so I have scored this one a 4. I think the more exciting one is the new away one for this season, which I've scored an 8. I think I read somewhere that it's supposed to be a kind of homage or celebration of the Atlanta Olympics, which were back 30 years ago. I think it was 1996. So that's why they've gone for the gold and the green and that kind of beigey background. I think it's a really strong shirt, and that's why I've scored it an 8. A really nice one. Only just got launched a couple of days ago. I think I shall be picking that one up. Let's move on to CF Montreal, and checking out the one that they have for the home shirt. Used the same as last season. It's that black and blue stripes. Again, nothing too exciting to write home about, so I've scored this one a 4. Similar to Atlanta's, I think the stronger effort will be this season's away shirt, which is kind of got pixelated blue stripes on it and a white background. I've scored this one an 8. I think it's really quite nice. I like the kind of digital graphic effect that they've used on it. Mixed it up a little bit. It's a standard kind of Adidas template you'd expect, but I really quite like it. It's an 8. If I spot it, I will probably pick it up. So now we move into Charlotte, and they've got a new home shirt for the season. I really like this one. It's really kind of traditional Charlotte because it's blue and white. I love how they've put the crown kind of decals on the collar and the cuffs. You can see there, if you look really closely, you can see the little bits in there to make it stand out a bit. I didn't score it up there in the 7, and the 8s and the 9s and 10s, so I've given this one a 6 because it's quite ordinary, but I think it's a really nice looking shirt, and I think I'd probably actually pick it up. One I did pick up was the away shirt, which they've carried over from last season. I thought it was a really good effort, and this is why I scored this one an 8. I love the kind of, it's used to the Adidas template we've seen before. I like how they've used a bit of blue stripe in there, nothing on the cuffs. Traditional kind of bigger Charlotte FC without kind of logo of the crown on it on there. Silver used for the ally and on the stripes all across there. I think it looks really good, and sublimated in there a really nice ornate design. Looks really quite cool, and I got Wilfred Zaha on the back. Let's see what he does this season, if he's still there, can't remember. But I think it's a really nice looking shirt, and that's why I scored this one an 8. So, done with Charlotte. Let's move on to Chicago. Their home shirt. Very, very plain Adidas effort with red with the white sash, white band across the middle there. New for this season. I can only score this one a 5. It's very ordinary. I think it's okay. I like the polo collar. It's okay, not bad, but it's average. I think slightly above average. Giving it a 6 would be this away shirt, which is kind of from last season. Again, going back to that, using the template with the cuts in there. It's got a nice kind of like sublimated design through it, but I think the choice of colour is a bit bland. Nothing too vibrant and standing out there. But, a 6 out of 10 effort for that one. Move on to Columbus Crew, and the new for the home shirt this season is this effort. It's got a polo collar. I think they've gone for a different kind of neck. I did notice that, but it's still a polo collar. I gave it scored a 5. It's middle of the road, it's uninspiring, but it's not going to offend anyone. It's okay. It's a nice yellow kind of traditional Columbus Crew shirt. The one that I did pick up was the away shirt, which they're carrying over from last season. It is the Goosebumps kit, black with the kind of yellow splatters all over it. I think it's really bold and vibrant. Love how they used the splatters and the yellow all over it. 2 simple colours, patched it up with the badge. Yeah, it's an Adidas V-neck, but I think yellow and black always looks good on a kit. No name or numbers on it, but I like how they've got the Columbus Crew written on the back there. with the drips coming down there, scoring it an 8 out of 10. I thought a really cool looking shirt that they are going to wear again as their away shirt for this season. Let's move on to DC United and their home shirt. Very uninspiring. I've only scored this one a 3 because it's simply a black t-shirt with a bit of red on it. I'll give it some kind of points, if you can say that, because I've got DC United into the stitching on the collar and on the cuffs as well, which is nice, but all day long it's a 3 out of 10. They are carrying over the away shirt that they had from last season, and I picked it up. I really like this one. I like how they've got the kind of different jazzy pattern under the arms there, and then the sashes, a little badge on there. I think it's a nice colour. You know, it's a light coffee, and I've used a kind of darker brown there on the stripes down there. Splash of yellow, looks quite good. And I went for Christian Benteke, number 20 on the back. Let's see how he does this season for DC United. So an 8 out of 10 for that one, but only a 3 out of 10 for their home shirts, new for the season and carried over into next season, I'm afraid. Then we go into Cincinnati. They are keeping their home shirt from last season. Gave this one a 5 out of 10. I do like how they've got the sash down across it. Yeah, it's a nice looking shirt, but nothing too exciting. I think more exciting is this away shirt that they're going to be wearing. I scored this one an 8 out of 10. Got off the white base with the orange zigzags all over it. The third colour being a blue that's been used on the collar on the cuffs and on the Adidas and the Mercy Health. That's a really nice looking kit. I think it's quite cool. So I gave it an 8 out of 10, and it is one that I will be looking to pick up. We move into Inter Miami again. Carrying over from last season will be the home shirt. This is my one. I think it's an alright shirt. I mean, it's a great looking shirt. That's why I think it's okay. It's above average. I'm giving it a 6 out of 10. Yeah. I went for Benjamin Kraske last season, number 30. Now off Parma. I got a Parma shirt with him in it as well. But I don't think he's played many games. But this is a shirt they're going to carry over. Lionel Messi. The inspiration being the two tones of pink, kind of copying, you could say, the Argentina home shirt with the blue and the white. I think it's a really nice looking kit. I like that. I like the shades of pink that they've used compared to the season before that, which wasn't a great shirt at all. I really like this shirt. I think it's a solid effort. It's a 6, but we'll see what they come out for next season. Again, we're going for this one for their away shirt. Now this one, I really don't rate it very highly. I am only going to score this one a 2. It's a black shirt with the pink Royal Caribbean logo on it. That's all you can say about that. There's nothing to it. I know they traditionally have black shirts as their away shirts. I thought last season's was probably slightly better because it had the 2 tones of black in it. The season before that, they kind of had the black stripes, black hoops. This one's just a simple black t-shirt with a bit of pink on it. Uninspiring, and therefore I can only give this one a 2. Let's move on to Nashville. Their home shirt for this season, centralised badges. It's a 4 for me all day long. Yeah, there's a kind of introduction of a third colour in there with a kind of turquoise around the neck, but apart from that, nothing too inspiring. I can't say that Nashville have been given any great shirts in any previous seasons at all. And I've got this one for the next 2 seasons. Not too good, especially when you compare it to this away shirt, which I've also scored a 4. It's a very bland navy blue shirt with the yellow used in there. Nothing too inspiring in Nashville's home and away shirts. Sorry guys, hopefully Adidas got something better next season for your away shirt. Not a fan of either of those ones. We move into New England Revolution. I like this banger of a home shirt. Looking at the kind of like radiating out from the logo, kind of like almost a fireworks, sun, star explosion kind of a thing. Navy blue with the reds. It's slightly different from probably what they've had before. I think it's a really great looking shirt, and that's why I scored it an 8 out of 10. Really nice looking shirt, one that I will be picking up to go alongside the away shirt, which they've carried over from last season. I think the inspiration behind this was supposedly the pine trees of New England. You can see there with the kind of fir tree zigzags coming up and down there like arrows. I like how the way they've got just a simple navy blue, white background and the green all over it. A great looking shirt. I thought it was well worth picking up last season and easily worth the 8 on my scoring for that. cool looking shirt. So New England are doing pretty well when it comes to shirts for the 2026 season. Let's check out what NYCFC have got. New York. Home one, carried over from last season, gone for that usual kind of blue, splash of orange in the colour, which is quite cool. I like it when they put a bit of orange in their kits. But it's a 6 for me. It's a nice sublimated design running through there, but it's nothing too exciting. I think more exciting is their away shirt for this season. Brand new in. I like how they've got the simplified badge up there. A nice sublimated design. It's kind of circles, geometric patterns. 8 out of 10 all day long for me, and I think it's going to be silver that they'll use for the Etihad and all the badges as well. Great bunch of colour combinations that New York City have got on that shirt. So a mixed bag for them. A 6 for their home shirt, which they've carried over, and an 8 for their brand new away shirt. Let's check out the Red Bulls. Now, this is a really nice looking home shirt that they've come out with. I've scored this one an 8 out of 10. Obviously, I'm going to pick it up because I love Red Bull shirts. Cool 8 out of 10. Is it lightning? Some people say, is it tree roots? I'm not too sure. Let me know in the comments which one you think it is. Really cool. They're traditional red and black. Compared to what they had last season, it's completely different, I would say. But that's the joy of the MLS. They start to mix it up season on season. They have carried over the away shirt, which again I picked up. I think it's a really nice looking shirt. It's kind of got Red Bulls and kind of digitized pattern, similar to what that shirt we saw earlier with Montreal. The Red Bull logo on there. Nice kind of coffee colour. Black used on there. Massive Red Bull sponsor on there. And I went for Lewis Morgan on the back. Let's see how many he contributes this season. And maybe we'll see him at the World Cup. That'd be good if he got in the Scotland squad. I think it's a really nice looking shirt, but it could be more exciting, could be jazzier, so I've only given this one a 6. I don't think it's up there into the 8s, 9s and 10s, but I think that home shirt is well worth the 8 for this season. Let's head down to Florida and we're off to Orlando, and I picked up their home shirt last season, so they've carried it over into this season, the Orlando City home shirt. Love the kind of purple. I think it's supposed to represent something about hurricanes and weather patterns and things like that, which is why it's kind of all the swirls in there are supposed to represent a meteorological chart showing all the wind patterns inside a hurricane, which obviously you get down in Florida. The line on there looks really quite cool. On the back I went for Paslich, 87. Lovely high number, which I do like. He bagged in a few important goals for them last season. See what he does this year. A really nice looking shirt. Well pleased that I picked this one up. And should I pick up this away shirt, which they are launching for the 26th season? It's a yellow number with a kind of purple stripes and a bit of white in there. If you look carefully, there is a sublimated line in there in the shirt. I think that's quite cool. I only give it a 6 because it's not wow and jazzy. I don't think it's as good as the home shirt. I think it's a really strong shirt, but to me it's a 6 all day long. But a couple of really nice looking shirts for them. Philadelphia, they've come out with this new home shirt. This is one thing you'll notice about the MLS, is they do really something completely different from shirts you see anywhere else in the world. Look at the design that's been sublimated into there. It's kind of lettering, and I think it must be something to do with some famous building that's in Philadelphia. Let me know in the comments if you know which one it is. It's supposed to be the independence movement or something like that. I'm not too sure. Not clued up in American history, but I think it's a really cool looking shirt, and it's one you're not going to see in any other league. The MLS seems to get away with doing it, and that's why I've given this one a 6. Only because the colour, it's a bit muted. I do like how they've got a bit of gold in there, but overall it's a bit of a bland, tuned down kind of kit when you compare it to the away shirt, which they are carrying over from last season. This time they've gone for a simplified snake logo on there, and it is a blue base with a yellow lightning pattern running across it, kind of almost a lemony yellow, going over into the panels that they've got on either side and down the stripes. I think that's a really cool looking shirt, which is why I scored it an 8 out of 10. One I was pleased to pick up when I saw it come out last season. Wanted a Philadelphia shirt, now I've got this one. Don't think I'll be picking up the home one, but I'm pleased with the away one. So, mixed bag again, 6 out of 8 for Philadelphia. Now we're off to Canada. We're going to see Toronto and their home shirt. This one's been carried over from last season. I only give this one a 5. It's a kind of standard red Adidas kind of template with that kind of V-neck collar on there. A bit of different colours of red coming in from the side and being used on the edges of the sleeves. It's an average shirt. It's a 5 out of 10 for me. It's okay. I think only slightly better is the away shirt, which is coming out for this season. It only just came out just a couple of days ago. I saw the pictures of it. I'm only going to give this one a 6. It's just a standard white t-shirt kind of thing with a red running down the middle. I do like how they've got the simplified TFC badge on there, but there's nothing too exciting about it. It's not up there into the 8s, 9s and 10s. It's an okay looking shirt, but not too exciting. Now we move over to the Western Conference, and let's start off with Austin, who have carried over their shirt from last season. Not very exciting to me, and I only scored this one a 4. Yeah, they've got the 2 tones of green in there, black for the Yeti and all the panels and stuff like that. It's not too exciting. 4 out of 10 all day long for me. I think they've done slightly better with this new one that's coming out for the away shirt for 2026 season. Gone for a kind of mint, thinner green and white. I've got the previous away shirt from that, which was just a white with green kind of raglan sleeves, which was quite nice. This one I think it's a 6, slightly better. It's better than average. Not too exciting. I do love how they've got the badge with just the tree and FC on it instead of the full Austin, which I think they did on that one that I've got, the last outgoing away shirt. But they've got this one for this season, maybe next season as well. Nice 2 tones of colour on there with a white and a mint green. Is it a clash? I mean, I can't understand why you would have a pretty much green home shirt and then have an away shirt that's got that bit of green in there. Maybe they'll get away with it because there's nobody else that's green, I think, in the league. So, we'll see how often it actually gets used. So, a 4 for their home shirt and a 6 for their away. Let's move over to Colorado, and they've got this new one for the home shirts this season. It's nothing too exciting. I think you have to look at it and say, yeah, the collar and cuffs look interesting. They've got a few more colours in there, but aside from that, it's a pretty much black shirt with red kind of stripes. Nothing too exciting. Bang average 5 out of 10 for me. Their away shirt, which they carried over from last season, that kind of strange greeny colour that they've used with some kind of pattern all over it. Nice looking badge on it, but again, it's a very average shirt. 5 out of 10. So Colorado, a pair of 5s for you for your shirts this season. Let's move over to Dallas. New for this season is home shirts. Gone for the hoops. Children's self-sponsored, looks quite cool. I like the hoops. Got kind of a sublimated design in the red hoops, and the thing is a bit sublimated design in the navy ones as well. I like how they've used the white to kind of pull it out a little bit. Standard V-neck. It's an okay shirt. Does the job. I think it's a 6 out of 10 from me. Not bad. Not one I'd pick up. But I think you should be quite pleased if you're Dallas. I don't think you're pleased that they're carrying over this monstrosity of an away shirt from last season. That washed out grey blue colour that they've got on with the reds and the blacks. Gone for the orange and navy blue badge. It's a very uninspiring shirt, unfortunately, for Dallas on the away shirts last season. No luck you've got it for this season, but hopefully you won't need to see it being worn too many times. We move off to Houston. Now, I picked up last season's home shirt, which they're carrying over. I like the colours in it. I love the bold orange that we've got there with the kind of pastel pale blue in the slashes in there. Just gone for white stripes on the sleeves. Bit of blue in there as well. It's a good looking shirt. I'm really pleased with it. I think the colour, also the sublimated diamond design running through it, looks quite good. So I've scored this one an 8 out of 10. I think it's a really strong shirt that Houston have got to wear again for home this season. I think their away shirt that they've gone for, it's an interesting design. Odd colours, with again orange and a kind of indigo, purpley washed out blue, maybe silver they're using for the badges and the stripes. I think it must be some kind of road network or something like that. Something to do with geological faults, I'm not too sure. It's okay shirt, it's better than average. I think it's slightly interesting. It's a 6 out of 10 all day long for me. An okay shirt, but I think your home one's a stronger one. Let's see what your home shirt for next season is going to turn out to be. Let's move over to LA Galaxy, and I'm really pleased that they've gone back to the sash running through it with that thick blue. The last 2 home shirts, which I've actually got last season's, just had kind of stripes. and there wasn't much yellow. Oh yeah, there was yellow in it, but you know, it was kind of more white. And the home shirt I had before that was just a plain white shirt. Not too interesting, so I'm really pleased that they've come back with this one. Looks like a proper LA Galaxy home shirt to me. 8 out of 10, and definitely one I will be looking to pick up to go alongside the away shirt that I picked up. Of course, it's a fake one, but I bought the authentic version of the fake because you get the stars on there. I think it's a really great looking shirt. 8 out of 10 for me. I love the purples, the gradating way it goes through it. Nice looking badge on there. Love how they've got, you know, going for the orange on the stripes. No one on the back, but I thought it was a really nice looking shirt when it came out last season, and I just had to go and pick that one up. So, a couple of strong shirts from LA Galaxy. Let's move across town to LAFC. How's Heung-min Son going to get on in his second season wearing this home shirt? I think it's a really nice looking shirt. I've given it an 8 out of 10. The black and the gold, I don't think I'll pick it up because I got the last home one, which was black and gold stripes. This one's got a really nice sublimated design. It's a really cool shirt, but I don't see the point in replacing the one I've got. I still think it's an 8 out of 10. It's a really nice looking design. I think that the away shirt that they've carried over is still a bit bland. It's an average 5 out of 10 for me. Yeah, it's white, it's got the gold, it's a polo collar. It's still a 5 out of 10. It's nothing too inspiring. So I think you're stronger off with the home shirts. Definitely an 8 out of 10 and a 5 out of 10 for that away shirt that they are carrying over. Let's see how they get on this season. Minnesota. Now, I usually pick up Minnesota shirts, but I didn't pick up any of them from last season. But they've got a new home one, which, will I pick up? I don't know. I might pick it up, might not. I think it's kind of good. It almost looks like peacock feathers. They've got either side of the, using black in there, and either side kind of a peacock effect. I'll pick it up. It's alright. I've given it a 6 out of 10. It's a nice shirt. It's better than average, but it's nothing too wow out there. It's still kind of a round neck shirt with the Target logo in there in the middle. I've also given a 6 for their away shirt, which they carried over from last season. I do like how they've just got the peacock, got the Minnesota peacock there as a standalone badge. 6 out of 10 for me. Black on the Target. It's still just a kind of blue shirt, but I think it's okay. I think how they've kind of, it's almost a water-inspired kind of sublimated design running through there. A pair of 6s for Minnesota. Moving on to Portland Timbers. Now they have actually changed sponsor for this season. So I picked up last season's shirt. I thought it was really cool. They're sticking with this one. Had the Tillamook sponsor there. I think they're going for Bank of America on this season's one. I think it's a really great looking shirt. It's still just a plain green, so I gave it a 6 out of 10. I think it's clever that, yeah, it's Portland Timbers. It's timber. You cut down the tree, there's the rings of the tree emanating out from that badge. Yeah, it's a 6 out of 10 for me. I think it's a nice looking shirt. Spirit of 75. Yeah, it's an okay shirt. It's a 6 out of 10, and they're carrying it over pretty much with a different sponsor, Bank of America, for this season. Yeah, 6 out of 10. You know, it's not too jazzy. That's what it says in the tin. It's just a green and gold shirt. I think that the shirt that they've brought out for the away shirt is an absolute banger, this one. Love the colours that they've used in it. It's kind of like a muted gold with a kind of sublimated design running through it. It's going to have the proper, the newer, thicker Adidas stripes on it, which I think are kind of that grey-green colour as well. I really like the shirt. It's a 9 out of 10. It's one of the best shirts I think this season. Yes, a really cool looking shirt for Portland Timbers. So you've got a 6 and a 9 for the Timbers. Let's move on to Real Salt Lake, and they're coming out with this one for their home shirt this season. V-neck. It's a really nice looking shirt. I like how they've got the hoops on it. You can kind of see the sublimated mountain ranges of Utah in there. It's really nice and well worth an 8 out of 10. I think it's a nice shirt. I think I probably would pick it up. I do like how they've used the stripes that they've got on the collar and cuffs. Look really good. It has the proper new thicker Adidas stripes. I think that would be really quite nice. Yeah, a solid 8 out of 10 Real Salt Lake. And I did pick up last season's away shirt. Very difficult to get a hold of this one. I actually had to get it sent over from America itself, because I don't think you can get it in the UK. It wasn't a classic football shirt, so I managed to order it. Got it sent over. It cost me quite a bit of money in postage, but I really wanted it, and I score it a 9 out of 10. I love the checkered effect on it, using the little there's so many details in the pattern. So the red being used, every single square's got a sublimated design, these little sublimated designs on the white. The gold just stands out for the select health and on the badges. Going for red stripes, looks good. Simple V-neck design, a white and a checkered shirt, but for me, a 9 out of 10 shirt. So from Real Satlog's point of view, 8 for their new home shirt and a 9 for their away shirt. Doing pretty well. Don't know how the team will do on the pitch though. Let's move on. San Diego FC, the new team from last season. Now they are sticking with their home shirt. So I picked it up because I picked up both the home and away from last season. To me it's a 6 out of 10 shirt. Navy blue, it's got a kind of nice kind of design with the colours running through from blue into red around the badges. A kind of silvery used on the stripes on the Direct TV and on the Adidas badge. Didn't bother with any player on it. State of flow, a nice looking shirt. 6 out of 10 for me. I think it's all right. It's average. First season they did okay. Let's see how they get on next season. Can they clinch the MLS title? I wouldn't put it past them, to be fair. Then we move on to the new away shirt that they've gone for. Kind of odd white with a crackled orange and blue design running through it. Kind of a V-neck. Blue is the main stripes. Blue on the Direct TV and on the Adidas. To me, it's a 5 out of 10 shirt. It's not too exciting. It's okay. It's average. I don't think I'll pick it up. It's okay. Yeah, sorry. Let me know what you think, guys, down in the comments. San Jose, now they have got a couple of wild shirts. Checking out the home one, which has been carried over from last season. That strange sublimated design looks like a newspaper cutting to me. 5 out of 10 because I just don't get what is in there. Just looks a bit odd. I mean, you can get away with it maybe with the Philadelphia one. This one, they tried something different, and you only see this kind of stuff in the MLS. To me, it's a 5 out of 10 shirt. And then they've come out with this one for the new away shirt, a tie-dye kind of thing. The colours are so washed out. Yeah, you've tried something different. It's a 4 out of 10. I think the El Camino health gets a little bit lost in the colours. If you'd have to go with something different to make it stand out, go for a red. Be bold. It's a 4 out of 10 for me. San Jose, 5 for their home and a 4 for their away. You could have done a bit better, I think. Seattle Sounders, now they're coming out with this new one for the home shirt. I've scored this one an 8 out of 10. It's a really nice, simplistic green. Last season's was a green and a blue stripe, but this time they've just gone for a solid green. I like what they've done on the collar and the cuffs. It looks kind of interesting. They kind of faded out white and the blues. 8 out of 10 for me. I think the stronger one is the away shirt, which they're carrying over from last season. I picked this one up from, I can't remember, I think it was Adidas. Because I really wanted it. I really love the shirt. I love the colours on it. 9 out of 10 shirt. Sporting Kansas City, and they have carried over their home shirt from last season. I didn't find it too inspiring when it came out with it, so it's a 5 out of 10 for me. Yeah, it's kind of blue with the blue hoops, with a kind of pattern within the hoops. Nothing too exciting. It's kind of a washed out white that they've gone for with the stripes and the Adidas. It's 5 out of 10. I think the stronger shirt is the new away one that they've come out for the 2026 season. I really like the design they've put in it with those kind of, almost diamond square kind of purple and blue on a blue. And Compass Minerals sponsor actually sits really quite well in there, as opposed to what they've got in the home shirt, which says Compass Minerals. For Compass Minerals, differently there. 2 stars above the badge. A really nice looking shirt. It's an 8 out of 10. I think if I spotted that one, I would be picking it up. Moving over to St. Louis City. Carried over their home shirt from last season. It's nothing too exciting. It's a red polo shirt. 4 out of 10 for me. There's some kind of a design going on in there, but it's nothing too exciting, so I can only give this one a 4. I think the new away shirt slightly better. Gone for a gold number kind of design. It looks like it's like folded, a golden curtain being folded or something like that. A 6 out of 10 for me. It's better than average, but it's nothing too exciting. We've gone for black around it. 6 out of 10 for that one, and a 4 out of 10 for the home shirt for St. Louis. Off to Vancouver, and they're carrying over the home shirt from last season. I think it's a really nice looking shirt. That's a job. It's a 6 out of 10 for me all day long. It's nothing too exciting. Just a white shirt with the band across there. Yeah, white and navy blue. Looks not too bad. I went for Thomas Muller on the back of it. Let's see how he gets on in his first full season, I think it is. Going to be with him. Yeah, maybe they'll make it this season. Get the win. Get that elusive MLS title. Yeah, it's a nice looking shirt. It's only a 6 out of 10. I think unfortunately for them, their away shirt this season really let them down. Adidas. It's a 4 out of 10, I'm afraid, guys. I do like what they've done with the collar and the cuffs. You can kind of see there, it's got the little white cap in there, other stripes, something different, but it's 4 out of 10 because basically it's a navy blue shirt. Sorry, Vancouver, but good luck. So, if we look at it, who are the best shirts out of the pick that we have to go for? Well, I have to go with the Portland Timbers away shirt. I think that's a great looking shirt. Well worth the score I gave it. I think it was 9 out of 10. I look forward to seeing that one when it comes out, when I can get my hands on it. That'll be really cool. And the other ones were the 9 out of 10 for Real Salt Lake's away shirt. Again, carried over, but a really strong looking shirt. And also the Seattle Sounders away shirt as well. 9 out of 10 shirts all day long, I think. That just shows that the MLS have got some of the best shirts out there, especially the away ones, because they get to do anything they want. They're not held back by any traditional beliefs that you need to have a certain away colour. So yeah, going for something completely interesting and out there with designs. Lovely checkered one on that one, and then the Seattle one with that traditional Native American design, something to do with water, but I think a really nice looking shirt. Checking out the two losers, well, obviously I don't have them, but Inter Miami, sorry you've been let down badly by Adidas this season. Definitely a 2 out of 10 for your away shirt. And then FC Dallas, you carried it over. I wish you hadn't, and I wish you more success with next season's away shirt, because that horrible washed out blue, red and black doesn't do too well for Dallas. And we then go as to who's got the best collection of shirts. Well, obviously if you've got 9s and 10s, Real Salt Lake and Seattle Sounders have definitely got the best collection of shirts from my point of view. Both of them got the new home shirts, which look really quite good and fit in really well for Salt Lake. So there we go. There are my picks of the MLS shirts. Let's see how the season progresses when it kicks off. I think it's Friday or Saturday this week. I can't wait to see the shirts on the pitch, and when I can get my hands on some of them, I will be showing them off to you. Give us a like and a subscribe. Plenty more shirt reveals and reviews coming up in the next few weeks, and maybe some football vlogs in the future. Thanks again for watching. I shall see you in another video. Bye for now.